A continuing shutdown of the Strait of Hormuz is sending shockwaves through oil markets. Fuel prices are climbing fast, and the impact is hitting consumers directly. For more, we go live to our correspondent Kim Jun-hong, who's standing by at a gas station in Seoul. Jun-hong, could you elaborate on the situation for us?
Yes, Eunji, I'm standing at a gas station here in Seoul. And even though this place offers lower prices than nearby stations, gasoline and diesel are both in the 1,981 range, approximately $1 and 31 cents per liter. Just a few days ago, this gas station was crowded with drivers lining up to fill their cars. But with fuel prices continuing to climb, the atmosphere is noticeably quieter today. Staff here say the numbers of customers have dropped sharply since last Saturday, since the government's new price cap came into effect. Drivers we managed to speak to say the steady price hikes are becoming harder to ignore. Let's take a listen.
I'm trying to minimize how often I fill up my car, and if it's not really necessary, I use public transportation instead. I also run a restaurant, and it's not just the cost of gas. Ingredient prices have gone up as well, so it's really tough to run a business these days.
I stop by this gas station on my commute because it's usually the cheapest in the area. But even here, prices have jumped a lot today.
Fuel prices in South Korea have been steadily rising over the past week. Today, the nationwide average for gasoline is 1,913 won per liter, an increase of more than 5% compared to a week ago. In Seoul, prices are even higher, at 1,558 won per liter on average. This comes after the government rolled out the second round of its price cap last Friday. The Ministry of Trade, Industry and Resources raised the ceiling by 210 won for both gasoline and diesel in response to rising global oil prices. And given a delay of about 2 to 3 weeks before global price changes are reflected at local pumps, prices here are likely to keep rising for now, regardless of short-term moves in global oil markets.
I see. That certainly sounds very concerning. And with the situation escalating right now, the government has raised its alert level for crude oil, right? What does that actually involve?
Right, so the government announced yesterday that it would upgrade the energy security alert for crude oil to the second highest level, which actually took effect at tonight. The system has 4 levels based on the severity of the crisis and its impact on daily life and the economy. Since the onset of the Middle East conflict, the alert has been raised in stages roughly every 2 weeks. The latest move reflects growing concerns over potential supply disruptions. At this elevated level, the government will fully activate its emergency response measures, including securing alternative supplies that bypass the Strait of Hormuz and increasing overseas inflows. At the same time, the government is calling on the public to use less energy. Starting next week, the public sector's vehicle rotation will be tightened from a 5-day to a 2-day system, with an odd-even schedule based on the last digit of a vehicle's license plate. The existing 5-day rotation, which has been in effect since last Wednesday, will remain voluntary for the private sector. That's all I have for now. And back to you, Eunji.
All right, Jun-hong, thank you for the wrap-up. We appreciate it.